That's really sweet. Morris was on the bench, but now he's up top with Marty. Of course, it's getting to be snuggle weather out here. Hi, come on, Morris. You hopped down right when I came out with the food. There you go, buddy. Good morning. Good morning. It is, feels great out here. Couldn't feel any better. And all my kitties are here. So that's fantastic too. Well, Don and I had some middle of the night fun last night with the water detector alarm underneath the dishwasher going off. Most of the water ran out on the linoleum and was easily sopped up with several towels. A little bit under the dishwasher on the wood, but not a lot. And Don's got the fan on it. It's a pretty sunny day here this morning. Anyway, Don gets to take the dishwasher apart again today. I feel horrible. The pump's running fine, and the drain hose wasn't kinked, and he doesn't know what's wrong yet. The dishwasher did throw a leak detected error also. And my printer, Bamboo Studio, is a software issue here, sent me a "your login has expired" message yesterday, and this is like the second time something has happened. And I figured it out. I think it was Google logged me out of the ID that I use for the printer, which, by the way, is its own separate ID. It's not the ID I use for banking. Anyway, I got to send a 3D print in the middle of the night after I cleaned the water up off the floor, so it was all good after I figured out how to get logged back into the printer. I'm like, please don't protect me from my own printer at my own house on my own Wi-Fi. Yeah, so we lost a couple hours of sleep in the middle of the night last night. We may not be operating on all cylinders. I think we'll end up going to the gym like normal. Just depends on how Don's day goes and the dishwasher and stuff, but probably. I don't have a lot of stuff I have to do today, so that might be good. We'll see. So the extended forecast is dry for the next 2 weeks, so I'm sure you'll hear me fussing. At least it's dry and not stinking hot. There's a little less stress on the plants, but better evaporation. So I have to keep an eye on everything. It was nice to see the mourning dove in the bird bath the other day. Was not so great to see the mockingbird. I'm missing my bluebirds. They'll come back, but I'm missing my bluebirds. So Don honestly thinks this could be unrelated to the other repair.
Yeah, well, other than maybe I stirred up gunk and the gunk has went somewhere where it shouldn't have been. You know, when you mess with stuff, and again, I made that faux pas of not draining the water out of it before I dumped it over. So, in the past repairs, I always drained the water out, and this time I didn't do that, and so it could have caused some debris to float someplace that I didn't want it to go. So, I mean, I'm sure it's self-inflicted, but I do not believe it's the actual pump. Well, I'm very confident it's not the pump. I don't think it's a hose either, because that connection's tight. I mean, when the pump was just running slow, it was just a little drip. It was a drip type thing when the pump was running slow. But then when the pump kicked on high speed, it sprayed out from around this. I mean, it was like you hold your thumb on the end of your hose pipe, and it just. So that means there was back pressure there, a high amount of back pressure, and so I think it's just something's clogged.
And Don is consulting Grok.
Yes,
before
Grok and we're talking about back pressure.
Good morning, Gray. are you? How are you? You good? Good girl. Well, I am basically after this done with the sink kitchen area, so Dawn can come in and get her fixed. Nervous about not being able to wash my dishes in the dishwasher.
Oh, too bad we don't have a light here. So this is where the water comes up to go out the arm, or one of the places. This right here is the other place, and it looked like it. Well, I thought that was a bigger plug than it looked. Anyway, this is where the water comes up through there. So I maybe that wasn't as plugged, because I can't imagine that little piece of something would hold.
I don't know. But that's a piece of lint, right? Little piece of what? Here, hand it to me so I can throw it in the trash for you.
Thank you, sweetheart.
And so we can get a better look at it, because you saw it. But you know, Donnie, I wouldn't want to bet money that wasn't the problem.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna take it off.
Well, I'm gonna say that the garland is night and day the difference in making this look like a Halloween tree. I'm very pleased with it. Now, I didn't do any math. You know, just because I have a degree in math from UNCC doesn't mean I would actually use math to figure out how much I needed. I just thought, wow, 33 feet sounds like a lot. Let's just order one. Surely that's going to be enough. I even had gotten out a Ziploc bag to store the leftovers in. Well, 33 feet is enough to do the 4 lower shelves, but not the 2 higher shelves, which of course that's next to no garland up there. And except for the very first one where I had a little trouble reaching because I didn't want to pull it out and have stuff knock over and have to redo it. I only wasted about 6 inches. It wouldn't have been enough to finish anyway. So while I know which one it is, I'm going to go ahead and order a second one so I can finish it up. But I really, to me, it's just night and day difference on making it look festive. And you can see I've added more kitties now. Quite a few more kitties. There are a few more. I may or may not print a few more, but anyway, Dawn's like, yeah, right, out there in the kitchen. Of course she's going to print them all. Why would she not print them all?
Stop. I think this is a user error. There's the, that's all that it's on. You can see that gray. I think the guy who installed this pump didn't do a very good job, and he didn't get this hose all the way up on this,
But that's good, because that means you can fix it now and it's not something broken or something we don't know what's wrong.
Yeah.
Don't you want a simple, easy...
Yeah, that's what I want. I want something that I can just get the damn hose onto the thing fitting better. And we'll go from there.
Okay, Donnie.
And we'll fire that repair guy.
No, we won't. I have a deep respect for your ability to repair things, and because it's not like it's really comfortable, sitting down there. Sitting down there on the floor.
Yeah, that was where the water was squirting out from last night. Okay. Or early this morning.
Diagnosed. I like it.
I like it. Yeah, I'm about 99% sure that's it. It fits the scenario.
Okay, we got it. You see the black, that's the bottom of the pipe. And you see these plastic pieces. I've got it all the way down on there. So I don't know if that's the perfect place. I was able to do that because several years ago I bought this. It's a wedge thing, and you can it's got air pressure, and so I stuck it up under there in a piece of wood because you just basically can't get anything up there, and I couldn't hold up on it and work the clamp. I needed both hands, so I used my little wedge pump inflatable cushion, whoopee cushion, I guess. I don't know what you call it, but I can tell you folks, if you don't have one of those, they're cheap. I've got 2 of them actually. I would recommend you get one.
I swapped out the fabric on the hearth here, and all of the houses on top of the fabric are Halloween ones. This I got last year at Guardian Angel. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it's huge and it lights up nice and it's just really detailed. And then I also got this 3-piece set, which is a house, a barn, and a lighthouse, which I think is pretty cool. And the things in the back, you know, are what was there, but that's okay. Mostly what you see is pretty stuff lit up. I'm not too concerned about it. I have some too spooky for me other light up houses up there, but I don't want to put them out. I don't like them. This to me is cute, more cutesy than overly spooky. Just personal preference. And I haven't moved my houses off the tree. When I need the space for my Thanksgiving or Christmas stuff, I'll move them then. That's what I like to see. A happy boy, close to the house, behaving, doing what he's supposed to do. So I am trying my new pizzelle maker. I understand that those are really cookies, but I am using it to make sandwich bread for Dawn for an egg sandwich. I'm trying something new. This is 3 eggs, a cup of the butter flour, several shakes of garlic powder and salt, and about a half a teaspoon of baking powder. Oh, and a tablespoon maybe of heavy whipping cream. Just trying to get it to the right consistency. I repeatedly am having trouble. Well, it's actually spreading really well, but I'm repeatedly having trouble not overfilling it. As you can see, they're a little wide because I'm used to the waffle maker, which takes a bit more. But anyway, I think they're going to be a winner. Okay, this is one of the times where I'm asking for a honest opinion without the, giving you the look that I really want it, but I don't want it, but I'm asking. So
they're good. They're excellent for like the replacement for a sandwich or something like that, egg and cheese and stuff that held together well. Fingers still got greasy, but that was okay. Got to lick my finger licking good. I would say it absolutely. It's not as good as a real toasted bun or something like that, but it's pretty damn good.
If you want to stay ketovore,
right,
and low carb,
right,
but you want a sandwich,
yeah,
that's what you get.
That's what you get,
pretty much.
Yeah.
And I thought they were pretty tasty. It had. I'm just experimenting because sometimes the chaffles, which are excellent, but they're a little thick.
Yeah, they're thick.
I'm thinking chaffles for the hamburgers.
Right.
And these pizzelle
chaffles.
I don't think that'll hold up to a thick hamburger, but it held up well to an egg, a piece of bacon, some cheese, and some Vidalia onions.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I think,
and then some
fall apart.
Right, because sometimes with the hamburger, I end up giving you half sandwiches, and you don't get to pick it up because the chaffles are darn thick. You almost can't open your mouth enough to get the whole two of them, and plus the calories and the extra stuff.
Plus we do the thicker hamburgers. The people who have those little wafer thin hamburgers, probably not a problem. But the ones that you make, they're pretty thick.
Right. So anyway, they were pretty too.
They were very cute. I meant to comment on that. Very nice color.
I had to explain. Honestly, I didn't know either, but I had looked it up. But I had to explain to Dawn what a pizzelle was. Some of us have not had thin little fancy cookies before.
That's right.
The big.
I've had them before, but I didn't know what they were called.
Well, I don't know that I've had. I mean, those.
Those were actually
Moravy, those ones at Christmas, those really thin wafer things, but they don't always have the design on them. That's but right. I'm more into the really soft batch. If I were going to go get something that was totally unhealthy, like had the wrong everything in it, it would be a Keebler soft batch cookie. I don't like crunchy. Dawn likes Chips Ahoy just fine, but not me.
I'd get Oreo. That's what I'd go.
No. The only reason why people eat Oreos, some of us, is to get the cream out of the center, and we just tolerate. We want the frosting. We just might as well get a can of Duncan Hines.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, just give me the sugar.
Don and I both done that back in the day. Frosted cake. Have a little leftover. Sit it in the refrigerator and come back a teaspoon or a tablespoon at a time. And those things we did when we were young, which is why we're doing some of the things we're doing now.
Can't do them anymore.
Yep. I noticed when we were down here yesterday that Snoopy got left behind after the 4th of July, so my flag out here switched out. I didn't switch out the other ones at the house yet. Don came out here when I started doing the chicken wings, and he did this excellent job with these extra poles and string for deer deterrent, and also straightening up this tree a bit. And I've come out here now and put my plant markers from the 3D printer in here, so it looks good the next day too, baby. It does. And this tree, the thing about this tree is when it's backlit, it just looks, I mean, it's just thinking about getting fall color and this stained glass look. It will only get nicer between now and when it loses its leaves. This one is pretty stunning. The geranium has really put out a bunch more blooms. I guess the Mandevilla vine, as great as the vine looks, doesn't get quite enough sun maybe to support flowering well, because Don's been putting Miracle Grow on all of that stuff. We got good news but bad news from our FedEx driver today. He got promoted to management and he won't be on our route all the time anymore. But he promised us, right? Brandon promised us the guy that's going to be taking over our route is young, hustles, and we'll be happy with him. It's 3:42 p.m. and we're just now getting over here. That's mostly my fault. Don wasn't too upset about it either, though, I gotta say. I am, well, especially since I fed him and he got to do the dishwasher sooner than later, and he's logged off for the day so he can go nap when he gets home, because we didn't sleep last night with the leak detector going off in the middle of the night. I am so sore from yesterday. Everything from my lower back down pretty much hurts from, because I was bent over really pulling on these hard to get out of the ground wild grapevines. I don't want to cut them off. I want to try to keep it from coming back, slow it down. So anyway, I'm sore, so I'm avoiding moving. And then what I really started recording to tell you is that the guy that keeps the building in tip-top shape was telling us that this building is planned for a major renovation. And he doesn't know, but he suspects they're going to close it down during renovation. And I'm sure they're going to think it's just fine for people to go to the one on the north side of town, which is 20 minutes each way through stoplights.
It's going to be very difficult for us to do it.
Yeah, so, and I told, he never goes down the trail, doesn't drive the park, wasn't aware about the sewer project or anything, which I found a little hard to believe. But obviously he was telling me the truth. I'm like, you know, I think we've tolerated about all we can tolerate of the stuff on this side of town getting pulled away from us and closed and not fixed, and it's just a lot. So I don't know. I guess we could, I don't know. I mean, even if they only close part of the building down, they'd probably close the part of the building down we want to use. But, you know, when we're in here in the gym, there are a lot of senior citizens playing cards, and people having birthday parties or teaching demonstration classes in the rest of the building. And it's not just the people that use the gym that are going to be displaced. There's also the sports in the pickleball, the people that play pickleball in the basketball part of the building. And I don't know. I mean, for me, the building is totally meeting needs. The bathrooms are clean. The guy does a great job with it. I can't imagine how we could be better off. I don't understand why they would do that. I just assume see them put up a third building in town. You know, Community Center West, over there by Fire Station 4 in that field. And then, you know, that's sort of in between the two, so at least people that got displaced could go there while they worked on this building. But I don't know. I think we're going to get kicked out of our gym at some point, and I'm pretty frustrated about it. I mean, to me, this building's in great shape, and it's meeting our needs. Come on, Slowpoke. Hustle on up. Hustle, hustle. We're home from the gym. We did almost our normal workout, but we're both definitely agreeing that 3 days in a row of high intensity stuff was a bit much, and especially on, you know, like 4 or 5 hour sleep split up instead of a full night's sleep. But anyway, I came back and I put my wreath together. The witch's hat and the legs are new for this year. The ghost and the Jack Skellington are from the wreath I made for Michelle last year, I think, because I tried to do her a spooky one. I wish I had one more ghost, but I guess even if I did have one more, I'm not sure where I would stick it on here. So anyway, I'm going to try to carry it into the house without it becoming several pieces. The holder for the Nelco label maker that I printed for Don, and he wants to be able to plug it in while it's up there. So
Yeah. Plug it in while it's up there. So this is all I've got for a USB cable.
just not quite that low or you'll hit the shelf itself.
Right. So it's got to
There
be
you
just
go.
high.
Yeah, it's got to be that high.
Yeah.
This being the label maker. Show them how it fits in it.
Oh, sure. See, it says garage label maker.
It does.
Has the little car on it. That's how you know it's a garage.
Okay. I'm going to start working on the roof. It looks like the next thing to build is a part that sits in here. And then I'm sure the two sides.
Well, we may not have a solar powered house, but we got solar powered and here solar powered cameras. The black one, the lower one, is for the bird feed, and I just installed that white one, which we got from David. That's Ring, and it's going over to the what we call the pole camera, and the pole camera takes USB Type-C. That camera down there has a different kind of plug. A different kind of plug, one of those little round plugs. So it doesn't use a USB Type-C. So I tested this. I spliced the C onto it. I got the polarity right, and I know it's impossible to see because it's all black. I used those crimp-on connectors that are filled with the jelly. So when you squeeze them, it makes them waterproof. So those are waterproof connectors, and I just put a piece of shrink wrap over it just to protect it. I got a little bit of a drip loop on both sides, and anyway, we'll see how it works. I did test this thing with plugging it into my phone, and it was charging my phone, so I think it probably will charge the pole camera. Now how much, I don't know, because you know, the trees are pretty tall, but so far with that little, we've not had to charge the bird feed camera, and that little solar panel took care of it. So I'm thinking maybe that panel will take care of that Ring camera. It's a Ring camera solar panel. It's just for the doorbell, not for the camera. I had to, like I said, splice that USB-C cable on it because it came with pigtails to go onto the doorbell. But time will tell.
I was able to finish it. I'm 3 of these black pieces short, so I had to use dark bluish gray, or maybe that's light bluish gray. Anyway, I'll swap them out when I get them, but it is done. And you know, the only other thing I should do is a spooky tree or a couple of benches on the backside. Maybe a couple more bats up here or a snake somewhere. I might think about it just a little bit more, but I am done with the build.